There's a kind of afternoon that doesn't ask anything of you. No appointments, no phone calls, just time moving slowly the way it used to when we were children. In her later years, living quietly in Carmel, California, Doris Day had many afternoons like that. By then, she had stepped away from the movie sets, the sound stages, the premieres that used to fill her calendar. Her days were smaller now, simpler. On one particular afternoon, she was outside with several of the dogs she cared for, rescues mostly that she had taken in over the years. The sun was warm. One of the older dogs was lying near her feet, content, half asleep. Doris sat on a step, just watching them, not doing anything else, just watching. A friend who visited that day later said something simple about it. She said that Doris looked in that moment more peaceful than she had ever seen her, even in old photographs from the height of her fame, smiling on red carpets, surrounded by people. When the friend mentioned this, Doris just smiled and said something like, "This, right here, was the good part. Not the movies, not the awards. This." It wasn't that she didn't value her career. She did. She had worked hard, and she was proud of what she'd done. But somewhere along the way, she had realized that the moments she treasured most weren't the ones anyone applauded for. They were afternoons like this one, quiet, unscheduled, filled with nothing more than warm sun, a sleepy dog, and the simple feeling of being exactly where she was. That was the realization that gratitude doesn't usually arrive during the big moments. It arrives quietly in the ordinary ones, and only if we're paying attention. Maybe you've felt that too. Maybe there's an afternoon from your own life that you think about sometimes. Not a birthday, not a wedding, not some big celebration. Just an ordinary day, sitting on a porch, watching your kids play in the yard, a quiet dinner with someone you love, with nothing special about it at all. And somehow, that ordinary day has stayed with you more clearly than some of the important ones. That's not an accident. Ordinary moments are where most of our lives actually happen. The big events are rare. The small ones are constant. And gratitude, real gratitude, is mostly about noticing the constant ones. Here's something gentle to consider. Today, whatever today looks like for you, probably has a few of these moments hidden in it. A warm drink, a comfortable chair, a pet curled up nearby, sunlight through a window, the sound of someone else in the house. These things are easy to overlook because they don't ask for attention. They don't announce themselves. But they are, in a quiet way, exactly what Doris Day was talking about when she said, "This is the good part." Maybe it's time to notice one of these moments today. Not to do anything about it, just to notice it. To let yourself feel, for a moment, how nice it actually is. Maybe it's time to say thank you, out loud, even if no one's listening, for something small. a meal, a comfortable bed, a friend who checked in on you. It's never too late to start noticing these things. In fact, the noticing itself is often where the peace comes from. Doris Day spent decades being one of the most famous women in America. But what she remembered most, in the end, was an afternoon with a dog asleep at her feet. If you're watching this tonight, maybe there's a small moment from today that you almost missed. It's not too late to notice it now. So take a slow breath, and maybe, just for a moment, let yourself feel how good the ordinary really is.